I've just spoken for 5 minutes into this camera, and I hadn't even pressed the record button.
During the meanwhilest. No.
Anyway, it's Dexter and me, and we are back with yet more Tech Tuesday tech stuff, you know. And today's video is all about my my Shimoda camera bag. The camera bags are the bane of most photographers, including myself, including my life. It seems to be like a never-ending, quest for, the perfect camera bag. And I've had loads over the years, from simple, normal rucksacks, which I've stuffed, my camera and my lenses into, wrapped up in, lens bags, things like that, through to like non-branded, like Amazon Basics ones, and then Kata, Tamrac, Low Pro, Billingham, and latterly, of course, Shimoda. And I got 3 bags at the moment, as it stands. I got my Billingham one, which houses my Nikon kit normally. When I go out on one of my nature walks, I put my Nikon macro kit in there. I got a Low Pro. I'm not sure what that one is. This is something, a 400 all-weather something. Fantastic camera bag, and that houses my my video kit. And of course, then for when I go on one of my serious photographic expeditions, I've got my my Shimoda bag. Now it's an Action X50. It's a Shimoda Action X50 in olive green, and I've owned it now for nearly 12 months. So I feel supremely confident to tell you all about it. In short, though, it boils down to three simple things. It's a really comfortable bag to haul your kit around in. It's really well constructed from premium materials, extremely well put together, but it's probably not the greatest pure camera bag you can buy, and I will come on to that later on. I could really, I suppose, end the review right now, but I feel it's best to qualify those 3 statements, those 3 rather broad statements that I've made. So I shall. But before I go into all that, a brief overview of the bag first, and rather than me just talk about it and its many attributes, I've made this short little film. So watch this for the next 3 and a bit minutes, and it'll tell you all you need to know about the Shimoda Action X50 bag. bag can be had in black or in the rather fetching and handsome olive green version that I own. It's like a material construction, obviously over a lightweight metal frame. All the material, the zippers, the hoops, and the sort of hooks. I said hoops, didn't I? Hooks and loops, etc., are all of premium quality, and it is a very well put together bag. And all in all, it does feel worth every penny of the not insubstantial cost of ownership, which was around about £340, I think, when I bought mine. But it's got an overall air of quality and a good workmanship, making that cost not unreasonable in my book. Will it last as long as the ancient Billingham bag I've got? Well, I don't know, only time will tell, I guess. But after a year of, I'm not going to say abuse, because I don't really abuse stuff, but it's been well used in all sorts of weather conditions, over all sorts of muddy, rocky, snowy, wet, icy terrain, and it still looks and feels like it did the day I pulled it out of its box. In that regard, I think it will last. The signs are good. Right, so I'll make the my statement about it not being a very good camera bag, pure camera bag first. It's okay as a camera bag, no more. It's certainly not as good as my Low Pro when it comes to storing all your camera equipment. Besides the internal core unit, and I'll come on to that itself later on, there simply aren't enough dedicated little pockets and zippers and things inside the bag. So really, you're storing a lot of stuff in these large, cavernous openings. So any little things like spare batteries, memory cards, etc., can easily get lost in your bag. Now I've solved this by buying a little Shimoda pouch that goes in the bag, and that then gives me peace of mind for storing small items that I might otherwise lose. And if you do get one of these bags, I would recommend some form of separate internal storage. The camera unit, again, it's okay. It's going to do an excellent job of protecting your camera gear. It's stiff, it's well made, but it's not that well padded, and the inserts themselves aren't very pliable. They're quite stiff and solid and hard. So what I've done is added a couple of cheap and cheerful Amazon Basics inserts as well to complement the Shimoda ones. Now I've tried long and hard. I probably set the internal core unit up, ripped it down, set it up, ripped it down, I don't know, a dozen times or so, to try and get the ideal layout internally for my camera and lenses, etc. And I don't think I've yet arrived at that happy layout for me. Comparing the actual storage with my Low Pro bag, it's like night and day. I mean, the Low Pro's got loads of little compartments, for like storing stuff away in, keeping stuff separate. So as a pure camera bag, the Low Pro one is much better. But despite this shortcoming, I'm going to recommend this bag to anybody, and the Shimoda bag that is, to anyone in the market for a serious camera bag for one reason only, and that is, it is by a country mile the most comfortable bag I've ever had the pleasure of pulling over my shoulders. The straps are multi-positional, so that they're adjustable for any sort of size and build. The chest and particularly the waist straps take all the weight off your back and onto your hips, which is much better for you. So if you're carrying a lot of kit over a long distance, not that I do that, but I would imagine if you are, you aren't going to feel you aren't going to feel this camera kit. The longest I've carried it for was about an hour, and at the end of it, I still, and I've got a really bad back, right, and I still couldn't feel the weight of that kit on my back. It hardly feels like you're wearing it at all. I don't know how they've done it. It's some sort of, you know, witchcraft with the waist and the shoulder straps and the way they interact with each other or whatever. But set this bag upright to fit you, and as I said, it is multi-adjustable and it will fit any shape and size. And you know, you're going to be rewarded with a very, very comfortable bag. So I would forgive it all its faults as a camera storage sort of, you know, outfit for that one reason only. So should you buy one? Well, if you carry a lot of camera gear over long distances and tricky terrain, then absolutely, I can't think of a more comfortable or suitable bag for that purpose. Get some like internal storage unit for your smaller items like I did, and you will be absolutely fine. So just like the perfect camera bag then does not exist, and it's all about making compromises. And while the Shimoda may not be the perfect camera bag, it is perfectly comfortable. There we are, there's my ad man speak coming out. Yeah, so there we are, my Shimoda X50 camera bag that I've had for a year now. Yeah, probably to date not the best camera bag, but the most comfortable camera bag I've owned. There we are then. Right, that is it from Dexter and me. We will be back on Saturday with a bit of a strange old video. It's a review. It's not that strange. It's I bought a photo tripper, aka Gavin Hardcastle, online course. So I'm going to review that on Saturday's video. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, don't miss that. Then next Tuesday, it is the review of this lens, and then on Saturday after that, I think it's going to be a video all about my love of Queen and their music, so nothing photographic, so nobody will watch that at all. I'm also, if you haven't seen the post on the channel's community page, planning a Q&A. So if you've got a question you'd like to ask me about anything, as long as it's a reasonable non-political topic, you can DM me on my Instagram with your question, and I might even do that as a live stream. I can't do one right now because BT internet here at the moment is woefully abysmal. So until they've fixed that, I've got no chance of doing a live stream. Anyway, in the meantime, as I always say, stay safe, stay well, look after yourselves, your loved ones, your little pets, and look after your camera bags too, and they will then look after you and your camera equipment in return. And be nice, all right? Just be nice. Okay, we will see you on Saturday, hopefully. Ta-ra.